Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to the Velvet Lounge Life and Anytime, Any Day Garrett's. We are having the Attorney General of our state here for tea in approximately half an hour, so I have to finish getting ready, but I want to show you this particular setup that I have for what I consider to be a light tea. So a light tea isn't a heavy tea where you'd have tons of sandwiches, cheeses. You would have probably 4 times the amount of nibbles, as we like to call them, on the table. Today, what we're serving are macaroons, which are a classic. We also have some Genoa Italian hard salami with basil grown from my own garden, rolled within. You can see some of the basil right there. And we also have these red, which are more purplish and yellowish carrots, which are organic. We actually get them from Trader Joe's. And what I do is I scrape the outer peel off, soak them in water and a little bit of rice wine vinegar to help them hopefully stay bright and fresh. And then here we have a wonderful European bar cake. It's made with a whipped cream frosting, and it has bits of strawberry jam throughout. And on top of that, I like to put a little bit of extra fruit. So there's strawberry as well as some aged mango. And what ages it is I actually slice it and you leave it on a plate covered in your refrigerator for a day, maybe a day and a half, and then you put it on. What it does, it gives it a richer color and it makes the mango a bit sweeter. And then here we have apple blossoms, and these do have a little bit of nut in it, but it's sort of like having a apple pie combination of an apple turnover, but without the flaky crust. This is more of a pie type crust. And you kind of fold it in on itself and you create these blossoms. And we're having just water and tea, so there are no mimosas, which is definitely not a tea party thing. But I know that more people are making it part of their tea party. And to decorate, I went out into our yard and I cut some of the greens that we have out there. We have beautiful holly bushes. And I don't know what this tall bit is called. Unfortunately, when we planted the bushes out there maybe 15 years ago, I didn't keep the tag, so I never know what the name is. And I haven't Google ID'd it, but I cut some of that. And these are simply supermarket flowers. So you can buy supermarket flowers and, take them apart and turn them into your own floral arrangements. And a trick I have for iced water at the table, we have well water, so we do buy water that's from Poland Springs. This is not a sponsored video, but I take a cup and I freeze a chunk of ice, and I put that inside of the pitcher of water, and it will keep your water cool the entire time, icy cold, but also as it slowly melts, it's replenishing the water. And I just use a 1 cup measuring cup to do that. And at each place, as you can see, I have a cake or a hors d'oeuvre size plate or a sandwich plate size. We're not, like I said, doing some full meal, like a full English or anything like that, or an American size breakfast. We need platters for that. So of course you're going to serve on smaller plates, and everyone has a napkin, a fork, and a spoon. I only believe in putting out the silverware you actually need. And then we have a drinking glass, of course a cup and a saucer. Remember, with your honey, never use a metal spoon. You should actually be using a wooden spoon. And yes, some people now use plastic. Eek, use wood to serve the honey, because metal kills some of the positive things and attributes that are in honey. So even stirring, technically we should be stirring with a wooden spoon, of course. And that's pretty much a setup. And as you can see, I have a small flower arrangement and a tall flower arrangement. It just brings dimension to the table, makes it a little more interesting to look at, as well as I have the pedestals, as you all know. I have them, I believe, in 4 different sizes. I'm only using 3 today. That's all we need. I kind of like having some things on a pedestal and some things on the table. And also I believe that when you're serving a tea, think about how long approximately the people will be there. If it's for a more extended amount of time, I would have added 2 more dishes. But this is not going to be a long extended visit, so we have to, make sure that that's appropriate with what we're serving, and we don't want to overwhelm. And once again, that raw Florida cane sugar is what I serve. It's brown because it's not bleached and overly treated. It's supposed to be, hopefully it is, organic. Another detail I'll show you quickly is I have 2 teapots at the table. And the reason for that is 4 people will be here. So if you have 4 people, I always say if you have more than 2 people, if you can, use 2 teapots. And as you can see, not everything on the table is like super matchy-matchy. That's okay as well. I think it's all about how you lay it out. And I enjoy doing this. I've been setting tea tables since I was maybe 13 years old, and doing it for my mother and her friends. So this is in no way probably and let's show, we also have the milk there. And yes, egads, it's almond milk because we sometimes use bovine milk in the house, but mostly we use almond. But yeah, so I've been setting tables for tea for quite a while. So this is just my take on it. There are different ways to do this. So the main thing about it really is enjoying the moment, hoping that you're, doing something that's colorful and bright that your guest will enjoy and you enjoy. So take care. Remember to subscribe to the channel, and please leave a comment down below. What are your thoughts on this? And have you ever set up a tea now that you've seen how I do it, and the fact that it's not something you should be intimidated by? Would you ever try to do the same thing? I would love to hear from you down in the comments. Thank you, and happy subscribing.